Hello and welcome to another episode of Inner Magic Podcast. We are approaching the end of the year, and this year was a year of alignment, a year marked by a deep research and search for our authenticity and accepting ourselves exactly as we are. But even when we know what our path is, there are moments, especially when, for example, we are about to take a new step, when we start questioning ourselves. We start asking ourselves questions like, is this really the right thing to do? Or will it bring the results I hope for? Or is this the best decision or best thing I can do right now? And when we find ourselves in those moments of doubts, the best thing we can do is to slow down, to feel ourselves, to feel our breath, our body. And if we can do this in a nature, even better. Because the moment we connect with the nature, which we are also part of, it's as if all the masks fall away. And what's authentic and what's aligned with us becomes very clear. And what's just a product of society, media, or some of our old beliefs just becomes so obvious. And when we place our palms, for example, on a tree and take a few breaths connecting with the energy around us and with the energy of a tree, then we can clearly sense whether the thought of our plan uh, creates a resistance, some kind of resistance in our body, or whether our energy is like expanding and merging with the nature around us. And it works like kind of a reality check. And we really need this reality check in today's world. A world full of artificial intelligence, artificial videos, images, stories, and everything we are surrounded every single day. But even when our idea passes that reality check, the moment we are back in our workspace, our mind almost inevitably starts running down these old familiar patterns like doubt, disbelief, overthinking, um, lack of trust in ourselves and in our abilities. Because that's what we allow our mind to feed us with every day. And the worst thing is that these words we repeat to ourselves, like, you are not good enough, or you will never make it, or you are going to fall. Eventually, they're becoming like a prophecies. Prophecies we've handed to ourselves, and then they become true. But what we should do, the moment we notice these kind of thoughts are starting, just replace it with the positive ones, like, I am capable of success. I am exactly the shape and size I am meant to be. Or I am unique and interesting. I am healthy. I am joyful. We can make a list of all the things we want to experience in our life and place this list, for example, in a bathroom on a mirror or somewhere private where nobody will see it, and then read it to ourselves every day. And when we read it, we should make an effort to feel it as well, as it is already true, even if for now it isn't. Because by repeating to ourselves what we desire, we slowly pour our vision into reality. Like what was once only a thought becomes a word, and then also a feeling. We can feel it in our body. And with that, we are already bringing this energy that was somewhere up there in the air down to the material world. It has only started to realize. And honestly, we will really think twice before telling anyone else that they are lazy or they are ugly or incapable. And yet we tell ourselves things like that, and even worse, every single day. Maybe because someone once told us something like that and we remember it. Or because somewhere along the way we learned it, or God knows where from those thoughts are coming. So when our idea passes this reality check, the next step is to actually live those positive sentences we wrote down. To spend as many hours in a day as we can feeling like this thing we want, it's already happened. Because when we speak those words, there is no room for doubt. We cannot doubt ourselves, even if it's not true at this moment. We know one day this will be true. First, we must trust ourselves, and if we trust ourselves, only then we can convince ourselves. And if that trust is not there yet, then we need to build it. We need to keep every promise we make to ourselves. We need to keep our word to ourselves, to stay disciplined, to stay gentle. The way we would treat someone else, that's the way we should treat ourselves, even better. Because when we are well, then everything around us becomes well, and everyone around us becomes well. And that's not selfishness. It's actually the opposite. So next year will be the year of bringing to life all those authentic ideas we uncovered this year. And now is the time to prepare the ground, to prepare ourselves. And the best way to do that is to begin trusting ourselves. Because when you trust yourself, the world responds with the trust. And that's all from me for today. Wishing you a beautiful rest of the day, and until the next episode, sending you love. Bye for now.